square equal to 4c2 square of u plus c2 square. Here we started the case 2 of the conformal transformation of w equal to z square. We are considering here the constant y equal to c2. c2 is a constant. So now the set of equation 1 becomes u equal to x square minus c2 square. So substitute and v equal to 2x c2. Put a x equal to y we have put a y equal to c2 here. Then x equal to v by 2c2. Substitute this x here and take the square on both. Taking the square in the simplification, we get a v square by 2c2 square minus c2 square. Take a c2 square onto the So we take a c2 square onto the LHS side. That becomes u plus c2 square equal to v square divided by 4c2 square. Take a 4c2 square onto the LHS side. That becomes v square equal to 4c2 square equal into u plus c2 square. So again comparing it with the equation of the parabola. So this is also a parabola in the W plane. This is also a parabola in the W plane. This is also a parabola in the W plane. Symmetrical above the again the real axis. Symmetrical above the real axis. So it is symmetric above the real axis whose vertex set is. Whose vertex at. In the previous it is directly minus 4a of x minus h, but here it is not a minus sign. So we have to consider it as directly, it is not minus. So it will be the minus c2 square of comma 0. Whose vertex is at minus c2 square comma 0. And focus at the origin. And focus at the origin. And focus at the origin. Here also for y equal to minus c2. Also y equal to minus c2 is transformed into the same parabola. Is transformed into the same parabola. Also y equal to minus c2 is transformed into the same parabola here. Clear? So this is also the parabola. You just have to compare it with the previous as it is like that. Same as it is. So this is also the parabola in the W plane, but the vertex set of this equation of the parabola is minus c2 square comma 0. And focus is at the origin. And also this procedure is same for the constant y equal to minus c2 also. If you put a y equal to minus c2, the equation becomes x equal to minus v by 2c2. Minus v by 2c2 whole square is again the plus v square divided by 4c2 square minus c2 square. So again the minus becomes a plus here. So this minus sign will not be affect to this equation here. So again we get the same equation of parabola if we take a y equal to minus c2. So that is the conclusion at the end. I have mentioned that if y is a minus c2, then that is also transformed into the same parabola. Now I am going to draw the graph for this y equal to c2 and also for the equation of the parabola here for both w and z plane. Suppose x and y axis. Y equal to c2 is a constant term. If y equal to c2 is a constant, that is the equation of a straight line parallel to the x axis. Suppose your c2 is here. Suppose x equal to c2, that is a y equal to c2, that is the equation of a straight line. So that straight line is, suppose it is minus c2. So y equal to c2 and y equal to minus c2 are the two straight lines. Y equal to c2, y equal to minus c2. So these are the two straight lines parallel to x axis. Suppose y equal to c2. Then the equation of parabola at the vertex set minus c2 square comma 0. Suppose your c2 square is here. c2 square comma 0. Then the equation of then the parabola will be represented like this. So previous graph is like this. We have drawn. Here it is x equal to c1. Here it is x equal to minus c2, and the equation of parabola will be like this. Now I am going to draw this graph also into that graph here now. I am combining both these graphs now. Suppose your c1 is here. C minus c1 is here. Then it is x equal to plus c1. Then it is x equal to minus c1. And c1 square is here. c1 square comma 0. So this will be the graph of the both the cases. So no need to draw the graph separately. You can draw the graph in the only the one. You can draw both the graphs by combining. So here I will draw both the graphs combined. So no need to draw the graph separately here. So this is equation of v square equal to minus 4c1 square of u minus c1 square. So this is equation of v square equal to 4c2 square of u plus c2 square. Clear it is? So these are the graphs of the, here it is a u and v, where it is x and y. That is how to draw the graph. And it is a z plane and this one is w plane. Clear it is? So that is in the Cartesian form. That is in the Cartesian form how to take a graph. So it is conclusion is given that when the w equal to z square in the conformal transformation, when the x and y are the constants, they transform the x equal to constant, or x equal to constant and y equal to constant. Both are transformed into a parabola. When x is constant, the equation is x equal to constant transformed into a parabola which is symmetric above the real axis with the vertex c1 square comma 0. If y is a constant, that is also transformed into a parabola in the w plane, again the symmetrical above the real axis with the vertex at minus c2 square comma 0. So that is the procedure of simplification and draw the graph, and this graph is sufficient. No need to take this graph separately. I just taken it for the understanding purpose. So no need to take this graph. Simply refer this graph for this is the graph for both the case 1 and case 2 here. So no need to draw it separately. So next come to the case 3. In the case 3 I am going to take a polar form here. So let us consider a circle with the center at the origin and the radius r. Let us consider a circle with the center at a origin, and a radius r, in the z plane. Because when we come to the polar form, that represent as z equal to r into e raised to I theta, that is represent a circle where r is a radius. Clear? So that's why we have taken the circle here, because z equal to r into e raised to I theta represents a circle. That's why. So now come to the w equal to z square, and here we also know that mod z equal to r. So when w equal to z square is r square e raised to 2I theta. R square into 2 raised to I theta. Consider r square as a capital R, e raised to 2I theta. 2I theta will be considered as a I into 2 theta is considered as a some more simple notation phi, where phi represent a 2 theta, r square represent a capital R. See here, W equal to R into e raised to I into phi. It is also same as it is like this. If Z equal to R into e raised to I theta, then it is a circle with the center at the origin and the radius R and angle theta. Similarly, if W equal to R into e raised to I into phi, this is also circle with the radius R, and the circle is considered as a circle with the center at the origin and the angle is phi. Same as it is, but only changes is radius and angle. This is also circle, means if you draw the graph in the Z plane, then that is also a circle. If you draw the graph in the W plane, that is also a circle. So this is also a circle in the W plane having the radius R square and subtending an angle at the origin 2 theta. Hence we conclude that a circle with a center at the origin and radius R in the Z plane map onto a circle with the center at the origin and the radius R square in the W plane. Clear? So this is also a this W equal to R into e raised to phi. This is also a circle in the W plane having the radius R square and subtending an angle 2 theta at the origin. Hence we conclude that a circle with a center at the origin and a radius R in the Z plane maps onto a circle with a center origin and the radius R square in the W plane. Now I am going to draw the graph in the Z plane. Sorry. X and Y axis. So Z plane. In the Z plane, it is a circle with the center at the origin and the angle is theta and the radius is R. In the W plane, so this is also a circle at the center of the origin with the radius R square and the angle 2 theta. So when we have considered a polar form, where in the polar form we are considering in the case 1, that is if suppose the mod Z is R, means if the mod of an Z is R, means when the we have considered a circle with the center at the origin and the radius r, then the z equal to r into e raised to I theta is an equation. It is a circle with the center at the origin and the subtended angle is theta. Then the corresponds to, then it maps onto a w plane, that is also the circle at the center of origin and the radius is r square, and the angle subtended at the center will be 2 theta. So that is the, in the case 3, when the we have considered a circle with the center at the origin and the radius that is in the polar form. So there is a one more case in the polar form that we see in the next session.